And hello, everybody, and welcome to Larry's Country Diner. How we got a show for you today. Right now, I want to introduce the host of our show. He's the big man around here. However, better be careful if you invite him over for dinner. I have it on good authority that he was out to dinner one night at his in-laws' house and walked across the room and his pants fell down. And it happened on more than one occasion. I don't know, is that true, Larry?
Sorta.
I got it, caught him off guard.
Well, who said it wasn't on purpose?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
Lord help us. I need to promise.
You have no secrets, that's for sure.
Who was that, Stephanie?
I can't say.
Your
I'm sworn
daughter.
to secrets. If I ever
Yeah.
want to get any more dirt, I got to keep my mouth shut.
That's right. She's the one that would spread that sort of thing. All right. John 14:21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he is that loveth me, and he shall be loved of my Father. I will love him and will manifest myself to him. Again, it's King James. And King James readeth funny sometimes. Matthew 5:6. Blessed are they who do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled.
There you go.
Boy, I like that. All right. We've had that now. What else am I supposed to? Oh, a Stephanism.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, got to have that. This is called show prep, in case you're wondering.
I just told them this is show prep time, and people kept interrupting me.
Well, it's not your fault.
The weather person is the only, you've been a weather person.
I've been a weather person. I'm glad I'm not anymore.
It's the only person that I know of that can be 99.9% wrong most of the time and still have a job the next day.
It's true. It's true.
Why do they let you get away with
25
that?
years. Try predicting Tennessee weather sometime.
Oh, that's the truth. That's for sure.
If you don't like it, just hang around. It'll change.
Hey, y'all, welcome. Welcome,
Got a house full of
welcome.
hungry folks here.
That's right. I got my coffee, so I'm ready. There's Ben Hall.
Good morning.
How you doing, Ben?
Doing great.
Good.
How's the coffee?
It's good. Did you get any?
I did. Almost enough.
Almost. And you're standing next to.
That's the great Linda Davis.
Absolutely.
And she's standing next to.
My handsome husband, Lang Scott.
Yeah.
Oh. So we got Linda Davis and Lang Scott. Now, you are the proud parents of what major act?
Well, our daughter Hillary is 1/3 of the group Lady A.
Yeah.
And we also have a 20-year-old daughter, Riley Jean.
Riley has been on the show.
Yes, she has.
How's
Several
she
of your
doing?
shows, and she is doing great. Tell them what she's doing, where she works.
Are we allowed to say word?
Sure.
All right, she's working at Tractor Supply and loves it.
Is that
Well,
right?
good for her.
She can pump propane.
She can tell you anything about propane you want to know.
Really?
Not every
Wow.
gal can.
That's right. It's rare.
We're proud of her. She's doing good. The COVID year has
Yeah.
thrown a lot of people's plans out of commission.
Yep.
And they're essential.
Yeah.
Tractor Supply.
What would you think would be the top selling item at Tractor Supply? Because it surprised me when she told me. What would
I
you think?
don't know. Dog food?
Bird seed.
Really?
Yeah.
I buy a lot of bird seed and dog food both. Well, you know, Hillary told me one time, she said the real singer of this family is her.
Riley Jean?
Yeah, Riley Jean.
Oh, she is good.
Thanks, Keith. That gives me a lot of confidence.
That's what your daughter said. I'm just repeating what your daughter said.
That's
You know,
good.
now you
I like
called
her
them-
confidence, too.
You called them Lady A. That's because they adjusted the name from Lady Antebellum, right?
And do you know how it took me a lot of thought to stop at A and not finish the word bellum? You know.
That is,
You know, I have a jacket that still has Lady Antebellum, and I wear it all over town.
yeah. I think it's a bunch
It's
of
the
hooey.
same. It's the same three individuals who are the same good-hearted,
Yep.
Oh, they are great.
talented kids, and we're just so proud of them. So proud of them.
They're doing
Inside
well.
and out. They're good
Still.
stuff. Good
Doing
folks.
well.
During this time, their records have continued to just go all the way up the charts, and
Well, I wouldn't want to be in that record company, have to scratch off
get new stationery.
Yeah.
Bellum.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's gonna be cheaper because it's less ink.
There you go. And
I
it's
don't know.
expensive. It's something to think about.
Let's get a song out of you guys.
Oh, we'd love to.
1, 2, 3.
Downtown tonight, I saw an old friend, someone I used to take comfort from long before I met you. And I caught a spark from his eyes, a forgotten desire. With a word or a touch, I could have rekindled that fire. Old flames can't hold a candle to you. And no one can light up the night like you do. Flickering embers of love, I've known one or two. But old flames can't hold a candle to you.
Well, sometimes at night I think of old lovers I've known, and I remember how holding them helped me not feel so alone. Then I feel you beside me, and all of their memories are gone. Like stars in the night, lost in the sweet light of dawn. And old flames, they can't hold a candle to you. And no one can light up the night like you do. Flickering embers of love, I've known one or two. But old flames can't hold a candle to you. Old flames can't hold a candle to you.
Yeah! Woo!
You listen to that high part on the end.
Yeah! Love it.
Linda Davis, Lang Scott. There's so many things I want to talk to you about, and I'll talk to you about it in a minute. But Lang Scott, what?
Story of my life right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds like you're trying to win an argument with her, doesn't it?
Yeah, baby.
And welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. We got more great music coming up from all these folks, and that's Larry.
Did you
right
forget?
there. I always want to call him Scott Lang.
That's never happened before.
No, never, ever.
You do know that's Kelly Lang's brother's name.
Really?
Yes.
Kelly Lang's brother is
Scott
Lang.
Yeah.
And you're Lang Scott.
And he's gotten all my checks through the years. So it's, obviously.
Well, she's Linda Davis. I'm sure of that.
You got that right. Linda, you've done a lot of things. I mean, besides being the wife of Scott Lang. You traveled with Reba for how many years?
They both did.
Yeah, we both were close to 8 years. And that was some really, really amazing, fun times for us. It was artistically, we both, I'll speak for you too, we both grew because she's such the professional and
Yep.
so amazing. And the people she surrounds herself with, production, behind the scenes, as well as on stage, the band she assembles, always the
Wow.
best. And Lang was a part of that, and I was one of the background vocals for a long time. And she even insisted during those 90s that her background singers do a little dancing and stuff. Did you ever go to any of the shows where we? And so I had to learn to move a little bit. And I'll never forget this little fella, Jerry, came from California, Los Angeles. He's a dance teacher. And he put me and a couple of the other girls in a dance room with mirrors all around us and said, okay, now we're going to do Fancy, or whatever the song was.
Yeah,
Nights of Light went out
Fancy.
and just do what I do. And I want to tell you, I have not been as nervous or as petrified ever as me trying to learn to just step. You would.
But you did
I
it
had
so well.
nightmares.
Yeah.
I never had done that, and she insisted that we do that. Then she had real paid professional dancers behind her, but she didn't want us looking like lumps on the logs. So we had to do something, and really it pushed me out of my comfort zone. I never got to be a professional dancer. Hadn't had to do that yet. COVID's
Come close.
Anyway, it was some great years, and then I had the pleasure of working with Kenny Rogers during his final tour. Wouldn't give anything for that. It's precious time.
I can imagine it would be.
The best in the world.
Did he know it was his last tour?
No, we didn't. He did not, because all he knew was work.
Yeah.
He had a little procedure, which for usually is an in and out kind of thing, and it was after Christmas, and we had dates for the next year, and it just took too much out of him to bounce back. But he had given all of us so much of
Amazing.
himself,
Yeah,
and
amazing
we
stuff.
still can enjoy his work, and I have the memories that I treasure of the time together, because he was more than, started out, I was one of his big fans because I grew up on his music like everybody else. But then when I got to work with him and be with him, he came to our home, and there's all kinds of stories when he came to visit us that we'll never forget. But then you spend that much time with someone and you become friends, and he always gave of himself and of his resources.
That's
he
good
was
to know.
Selfless
Good to know.
gentleman, and anybody that's ever worked with him knows that. And so, yeah, I've had a chance to work with some amazing people and do some fun things, and we still are. What else you want to know?
Tell them about working with me and how amazing I am.
Amazing. I mean, the stories, truly. Have you written a book yet? I bet you have.
I need to. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Folks
get
are on
busy.
to me about that.
Get busy, because how many,
Well, you just talked about two of my very favorite people to interview and be around. They were just plain folks, Reba, I could sit and talk to her all day. And Kenny, first time I met Kenny, he had just come out with A Gambler, left first edition, and I never will forget, standing in the hallway at exit in, and we must talk for 30 minutes. Nobody came up and asked for an autograph or a picture or anything. He was just getting known at that point.
He had 3 or 4 different versions of himself.
But he never changed.
No, that's what I hear. I met him after those years for the first time and got to start working with him in the 90s. And I just watched him be so giving and just generous to everybody in a lot of
Welcome you
ways.
to the Keith and Linda show.
Sorry.
I love it. I love hearing those things. We better take a break and get out of here. We'll be back in just a
we
minute.
better, yeah. Nadine's on the way, so let's just start, and we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. I noticed on the menu today, today's special, Linda Davis One Crust Chicken Pot Pie. It's a favorite.
Springer Mountain Chicken.
That's right.
You
Of the
use the
Scott
chunks or
family.
the strips?
And the family will make you, it'll make you say yum yums when I hear. There's Larry.
I'm still laughing about chicken strip. Here she is, Nadine.
Look out, look out.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
cutie. How are you?
I don't know when we lost control.
I know. I heard y'all losing control in here. Woke me up.
Sure about Gus going to the strip joint? Yeah.
Gus went to the strip joint
With all of his chickens. Chicken strips.
Chicken strips,
in Columbia.
right food long.
Hey, y'all.
Good, I think.
I can't believe you're a grandma.
3 times.
Just makes me sick.
I got pictures and video if you want to see it.
Yeah.
I know you do. I know you do. How old are those twins?
They're 3, and Isley is 7.
My goodness. I just had a new one, too. Little boy, 6 weeks old. They'll be rolling me out in a chair on the football field. Maybe. I may be on somebody's mantle by then. I don't know.
You could be sitting next to my pothead over here.
That's right.
Oh, now that's cool looking. I like that. I like that. You know, they're telling everybody to check on the elderly. I think that's a good idea. I get up between 6 and 6:30. Y'all can bring donuts anytime. We'll
Yeah.
meet you there. Don't you give him my Marcy Joe's cinnamon roll. That's
He's
mine.
the boss.
No,
Oh, he ain't
you
the
got
boss.
yours.
Well, I know, but that's the next one.
No, this is.
Well, hey, I was on my computer last night,
Yep.
working on my computer, and I just
You're
want to give
on
a
a
shout out to everybody that can remember your phone number when you was a kid, but you can't remember the password you made yesterday.
That's right.
Yep.
You're my kind of people.
It's easy to do.
Now, they got all this newfangled stuff. They should be able to come up with something better than having to use a password. I don't like passwords.
But you
They
make it
can
up
recognize
yourself.
you.
I mean, you.
Well,
That's the problem.
yeah, but they make you change it every 6 weeks or 3 months or something like that. Can't help it. Kids was over at the house the other night. We were playing charades, and I thought, you know, somebody my age, that's a bad time to have a heart attack. Playing charades.
There's a good time.
But you,
Oh, that's right.
yeah. Whew, y'all are slow.
They're fine. It's me.
Went right over my head.
But you know what? They got all these newfangled defibrillators now. I
Yeah.
mean, they're hooked up to computers and they can give you just the right shock and all that kind of stuff. Our church is talking about getting one, but they don't have one yet. So they drag you across the carpet and then touch your finger to the doorknob. Yep. Hey, did y'all hear the news about that guy in Texas that followed these 2 girls into a women's restroom?
No.
Yeah. Identified as a woman. He got his teeth knocked out by the father of those girls that identified as a tooth fairy.
That's good.
I like that.
Yep.
That's good.
I tell you what, Nadine could stop that gender stuff right now. I mean, really.
How?
It's all that confusion. I don't know why there's confusion. All you need to do is pull out your drawers and look down there. Thank you, you're welcome.
Like I told you, if you're new to the show,
You'll learn more today than you've ever learned. I was talking to Homer the other night, and I told him, I said, you know, I could have been a better parent. You know, you think about all the mistakes you made. He said, well, I was watching Dr. Phil the other day, and he said, just embrace your mistakes and go on. I looked at him and I grinned. I thought, well, bless his heart. I got up and went over and gave him a big old
embraced
hug.
him.
Yep. Well, I'm going to go put a sign up.
Uh-huh.
It's going to say, the devil wants you to pay attention to your feelings. Jesus wants you to pay attention to the truth.
Oh,
That'll straighten out your gender stuff right there.
that cleared up.
Clear it up.
Boy. All right.
Cards and
on fire
letters to
today.
Larry Black.
Back to the entertainment. Lang Scott was the original winner of You Can Be a Star on TNN.
That's right.
I remember that
That's right.
show.
1983.
That is wild.
Yeah. You want to know what it won? You know, same time that NBC had Ed McMahon and Star Search, Sawyer Brown won that. They won $100,000. You know what I won?
What?
Case of Martha White Flower.
There you go.
And an appearance on the Grand Ole Opry.
Still got it.
Oh, it was a great time. Yeah.
And you got to go on the road with Jim Ed
And with Bill
and
Anderson.
Bill.
That's right.
That's
Talk
right.
about some legends and experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Who was hosting the show then? Jim Ed
Jim Ed,
was.
yes.
And who was doing the...
The
Stairway
year
to-
that I won was the producer, Alan Reed, his brother, Richard Reed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he
Stairway
You did that
of the
for a while,
Stars,
didn't
right?
Yeah,
Well,
Larry was co-host.
Richard Reed did, then Dan Miller.
Dan Miller co-hosted.
Larry Black.
And Jerry House actually did one season.
Oh, did he
Yeah,
really?
He sure did. Yep.
Well, I did. Yeah, that was a good experience for me.
You did a great job on that, too.
Thank you.
That's really how I kind of got to know you.
Thank you, Keith.
Yeah.
It
Then I
is
met
so-
you, and you wasn't anything like you were on TV.
Have you met my pothead?
Yeah, I'm worried about him. He's talking.
Let's get another song.
All right. Well, you were talking about Reba, and
Yep.
when we were out with her, the latter part of our tenure with her, Brooks and Dunn was out too, and it was a co-headline
Oh,
show.
wow.
So one night, Brooks and Dunn would open, and Reba would close, and then the next night, Reba would open, and Brooks and Dunn would close. And when that happened, I'd always sneak to the sound console and listen, and I was always envious of Ronnie Dunn being smart enough to do this cover of a 1973 B.W. Stevenson song. So I'm going to do that for you
I
now.
know
Oh,
what you're
good,
gonna
good,
do.
good.
My Maria.
Yeah.
My Maria, don't you know I've come a long, long way? I've been longing to see her. When she's around, she takes my blues away. Sweet Maria, the sunlight surely hurts my eyes. I'm a lonely dreamer on this highway in the sky. Marie,
I love you, girl. Oh, my Maria.
Marie,
Maria, I love you, girl. Maria.
I love you. My Maria, there were some blue and sorrow times. Just my thoughts about her bring back my peace of mind. Gypsy lady, oh, you're a miracle to me. You set my soul free like a ship sailing on the sea. She is the sunlight when my skies are gray. She makes it so right, lady. Take me away, my Marie.
Maria, I love you, girl. Oh, my Maria.
my Marie.
Marie, I love you, girl. Oh, my Maria.
Marie,
Marie, I love you, girl. Maria.
I love you. Well, oh, my Maria, Maria, I love
Whoa.
you.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah! Now, what I'm talking about. Eat your heart out, Ronnie Dunn.
I saw her dancing on that one.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't chewing gum at the same time.
No. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
I don't know. That could be a pap grabber, too. I get my kids some of those. We'll be back. And welcome back to Larry's Country. Now, I hate you missed that because Linda was out in the audience talking to somebody and said, "We're time to go." And man, she made a beeline. You can run and dance and everything,
I
can't
can
you?
move when I have to.
I believe it.
And them
There's
high
Larry.
heels.
Yeah, I know.
And those
have
are
you got any
high
shot of
heels.
those
What?
shoes yet? Those shoes. We were just admiring. Yeah, look at that.
I'm going to make a trip to Boot Daddy, though. I'm going
Yeah.
see what I can find there.
Those, yeah. I like that. You need to carry
Granny
this line.
needs some boots, not just the babies, but Granny needs
I'll
some.
come with her and grab. I'll come with her and grab the granny.
Granny grabber, yeah.
I like it. I like it. Well, as you can see, Tartar isn't here with us right now, but we urge you to go to tartarusa.com and pick up the finest in farm and ranch stuff.
I understand she took Gus's lead and she's out looking for the best gates in America. Is that right?
She's a gate swinger.
Tax, and she said she's really sorry she's going to be here today, but she's looking for next week.
Good.
We'll see.
Like to see that. Like to see another song from Linda and Lang.
Me too.
And Ben, he's going to join us on the
Oh, my
on
goodness.
Harmony. We're wearing him out. We need to pay
I
him
tell
double.
you what.
That's right.
As a,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you some,
Teach him
some
to dance.
tips. Oh, you know what? I would like to tell. Okay, this song. Don Williams recorded this song, and I love Don Williams.
Oh, absolutely.
But the writers are Dave Loggins and Lisa Silver. And Lisa was one of these songwriters. When I first moved to town, I didn't know anybody really, and certainly not in the songwriter world. All I knew were the artists with the names on the album covers, you know. But I found myself at a songwriters event during CRS, I think, and on stage, I remember T. Graham Brown just wore it out, and I thought, oh my goodness. So I was, just amazed. And then the songwriters got up, a couple of them, and one was this sweet little lady, that young lady that played her fiddle and sang this song. And I sat out there and I thought, I'm going to meet her someday. I never knew that not only would I meet her, I would become friends with her and write with her. And that was Lisa Silver. And it's just for those that are dreaming to be in this industry, if you you and Jimmy, you were a fan of Jimmy Capps.
My hero.
Yes. And then here we are. It's just amazing if you just work hard and try and be nice and sometimes those dreams come true.
have to try to be nice when people like Keith.
Yeah, that's true. I'm hard to get along with.
Well, this is a song that Lisa Silver wrote, and I'd like to do my version of it.
Please do. Linda Davis.
Maggie's up each morning at 4 a.m. By 5, behind the counter at the diner. Her trucker friends out on the road will soon be stopping in as the lights go on at Cafe Carolina. Maggie's been a waitress here most all her life. 30 years of coffee cups and sore feet. The mountains around Asheville, she's never seen the other side. Closer now to 50 than to 40. Maggie's never had a love. She says she's never had enough time to let a man into her life. Oh, but Maggie has a dream she's had since she was 17, to find a husband and be a wife. Maggie knows the truckers most by first name, what they'll have to say and what they'll order. They take her in their stories to places far away, and then leave her with the dishes, dreams, and quarters. Maggie's never had a love. She says she's never had enough time to let a man into her life. Oh, but Maggie has a dream she's had since she was 17, to find a husband and be a wife. She relies upon the jukebox on a lonely afternoon. When the business starts to slow down, she plays the saddest tunes, and she stares off down the highway and wonders where it goes, with nobody to go home to, and it's almost time to close. Maggie's never had a love. She says she's never had enough time to let a man into her life. Oh, but Maggie has a dream she's had since she was 17, to find a husband and be a wife. Maggie's up each morning at 4 a.m. By 5, behind the counter at the diner.
Wow. Man. You know, you could substitute Renee for Maggie. And,
Yes,
No.
I could.
She's got Phil.
yeah, well,
She's got Shy. She's got
I know.
granddaughters.
That kind of spoils it, doesn't it?
Yeah, there goes that song.
Was an idea. Anyway.
I'm amazed at songwriters that can take simple stories and just string them into a song.
And rhyme and have
Oh, yeah.
a cadence. I mean, it's not
Well,
as
the
easy
words just
as
grab
it
your
sounds,
heart.
but the story, can't you see her? Don't you know Maggie?
Oh, yeah.
There is a Cafe Carolina outside of Asheville. I've seen it.
Wow.
And I just wondered if that
I'm sure.
inspired that.
I'm sure.
Is there really a Maggie?
It's very visual. That's one thing
Yeah, it
about
is.
country music. I love that, the stories, and you know these people, these characters.
Yeah.
I love a great songwriter friend of ours, Tom Douglas, who
Oh, yeah.
is a wonderful writer. He puts it this way, and I think it's the perfect way. He says, "I write 3-minute movies."
Yeah.
You know, and
Absolutely.
That's
That's
how
exactly
he
right.
approaches it. and I think that's-
Absolutely. Guys, thanks for being with us today.
Hey, it's our honor. I'm going to speak for a second, and I just want to thank you for first time in 6 months that I have on real clothes and hard sole shoes.
It really was worth getting up and getting dressed passed over to get to be here with y'all.
And he got a word in edgewise.
Oh, did he?
There you go.
Thank you.
Crossways, edgewise, vertical, horizontal.
Thank you for the invitation. We appreciate
Thank you. Let's get us out of here.
Oh, what a great show. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week right here on Larry's Country Diner where the cameras are always rolling and we don't care.
Now check out Larry's Country Diner YouTube page. Subscribe for free.